Hello mga ka-Qrown! Hi partner! Welcome to
Hello.
another episode
Epis
of the Qrown Conversations. Kamusta kayo dyan, partner?
alam mo partner, minsan hindi mo na alam talaga the saying weather lang yan dahil kanina umulan. Then mamaya uminit, then
Ah,
uulan na, aaraw na naman. So parang, alam niyo, please, we all know that you are, but we are all going through this pandemic. But of course, syempre, the papalit-palit ng weather is also get making us sick every now and then. So please po, vitamins partner yan ang pinaka panglaban natin talaga at this point.
totoo yan. Ingat-ingat po mga ka-Qrown. Pero regardless of the weather, tuloy-tuloy pa rin partner ang ating coverage ng Miss Universe Philippines 2021. At syempre mga ka-Qrown, would like to thank those who have watched our previous episodes so far, no? Partner, we had Jasmine, VVV, Bea, Ibon, we had Maika, Cristel, at marami pa pong iba. And for those who may have missed those episodes, you can still watch them on our YouTube channel, and that is The Crown Philippines. We still have interviews lined up for you, gaya po ng may interview natin for today. So please do watch out for our videos. Partner.
Yes, and please don't forget nga po to log on to www.thecrown.com. We've been releasing rather, selected profiles of the Miss Universe Philippines candidates, and we are going to be releasing a few more very soon. And of course, please don't forget, aside from the YouTube account, please don't forget to subscribe on Facebook and on Instagram, where we've been sharing latest photos na talagang yun nga, yung mga litrato, yung mga pabonggang litrato ng ating mga kandidata. Partner, bago ang lahat, let's do our usual roundups.
Totoo yan. Siyempre would like to give a shout out sa ating Crown Philippines subscribers. Hello, hello, and thank you for tuning in to Ona Canilao, Reggie Cagayanan, Jason Dayday, Ronaldo Buenaobra Jolo, Annalie Apelias, Joel Guevara, Super Sam, Ted Type, SJK, Ruth Lumarda. Ayan, thank you po for tuning in to The Crown Philippines. And partner, palaki na ng palaki ang ating Crown Nation. Thank you po sa ating 345,000 followers on Facebook and 45,000 followers on IG. And sa mga hindi pa po nakakapag-subscribe sa ating YouTube channel, just click on the subscribe button and hit the notification bell para ma-update kayo sa ating latest videos and contents. And partner nga pala, super thank you sa good feedback and comments na natatanggap natin, no, from our subscribers and followers, especially those who are saying that they like our segments dito sa The Crown Conversations. Kaya po mga ka-Crown, kung may mga suggestions pa po kayo na gusto ninyong i-feature namin or any of your favorite queens you'd like to know more about, just write down your comments and suggestions for us, and binabasa po namin lahat yan, promise. Partner.
Right, totoo yan, no? Partner, as I've been saying in the past episodes, the competition is getting fierce because syempre, from top 50, magiging top 30, and we are still anticipating as of now who will be actually part of the top 30. So as you know, dumaan na sila sa mga interviews, and we will find out very soon. Syempre, may basis din yan regarding dun sa voting sa app. But for this episode, we will be heading naman this time to Negros Occidental. Now, our guest for this episode, we would like to get to know her. Actually, partner, when I was watching her bio, she has a good career. And she's actually trading this career for a short while to give a try in the national competition. Ika nga, we will ask her what made her decide when she's having, yun nga, her career is doing pretty well abroad. And of course, syempre, sa atin, being abroad, maswerte na rin yan kahit paano during these crazy times. So without further ado, please welcome for our episode's guest, Miss Nikki De Grano.
Hi,
Hi
Nikki!
everyone!
Maayong nga
Hi!
adlaw!
Maayo
Wow.
nga adlaw, Sir Christian and Miss Alexa. Thank you so much for inviting me here.
Welcome to the
Uh,
Crown Philippines.
Thank you
thank.
so much.
All right, let's get this start na. Nikki, we know that you have a very good career abroad. In fact, you've been based in Singapore for quite some time now. But I guess the question is, what pushed you to decide to give Miss Universe Philippines a try during these crazy times that we're going through?
That's really a good question because when I first saw the opportunity, it's in Facebook, and I was being tagged several times by my friends, relatives, family. And when I saw particularly the height requirement has been removed, I was like, okay, this is it. I've been waiting for it my whole life. So I definitely gave it a go. I prayed for it so much, and I thought about it a lot of times because knowing the things that I will be giving up for the meantime. So yeah, it's like a full go for me. I really have to go all in or not at all.
You know what, partner, diba, ever since the height requirement was removed, a lot of people, a lot of girls took the risk to join. I mean, after all, kasi we always had this parang perception that height is might in pageant. We grew up with that you're at least supposed to be 5 feet 5 and 5 feet 5 rather to join a national competition. But times have changed, and definitely a lot of girls are being given the opportunity. I'm sure it's not only Nikki who's as we call petite on the side, because we have in our previous episode we have Simone Nadine Barnira, who also shared that when the height requirement was removed, she decided also to give it a try. Kasi yun na nga, we got so used to the glamazonas, as we call it in pageantry, that we always had to emphasize that you have to be tall, you have to be mestiza, you have to be this particular phase. But yun na nga, we promote, the competitions like these promote diversity, and in the same time, different looks, partner.
Oo, no. Syempre na-appreciate natin yan, especially right now na we're talking more about more inclusivity, di ba? We're looking for that in the society. So, pero syempre Nikki, sabi nga ng partner ko kanina, ang ganda ng career mo, di ba?
Thank
Pero
you.
we would want to know tell us more about your life pre Miss Universe Philippines.
Yes. Thank you, Paul, for the compliment about my career. I am just blessed to have a job, a stable job in Singapore. That's my second home. I am a senior relationship manager, and well, I've been managing some stuff in the office, and pre-pageant, I'm really someone who's just living normally like other girls. And I have tried joining pageants before, but only in school. I never went out of the school because I know the height requirement will always be there, and it's hunting me because I'm just 5'3" in height, and outside you have to be at least 5'5". We all know the rules. But I'm not so sure where I got the desire to be in beauty pageants. Maybe because of my mom. She's always been an encourager, and she always has believed in me, same as the rest of our family members. They saw the my capacity, the skills that I was able to, and then the things that I love to do, and it just matches every single thing that should be representing at least my beloved province. So I'm just a very typical person. I enjoy and express myself in the form of arts. I love drawing, painting, dancing, singing, public speaking as well. And I just do a lot of stuff. I love learning new things. And in fact, I also do my own makeup way back in Singapore. And if, believe it or not, the challenges that we did previously, yung mga nakita niyo po na video intro challenge, what else? The runway challenge, casting video, that was all my makeup. so so it's like being independent, especially during this pandemic when I was in Singapore doing those challenges. It's challenging, but at the same time, I love it because I was able to, know more about myself and really test my capabilities.
Pero paano yung work mo ngayon, Nikki? Are you on leave or what are your plans?
The good thing about my job is I'm just so grateful to my company because they have been so considerate to allow me for sabbatical leave. So I told them that I'm going to do for this, I'll be away for some time and we'll see what happens along the way. They're very open and very supportive to what may happen, and they're fully aware of it. So there is an agreement between us, which both parties have agreed, and they're just supportive all the way.
Wow, ang swerte naman kasi 'di ba partner minsan sa Singapore din hindi rin lahat can maintain their jobs, no? And with you, it's good for you, Nikki, that you have a very supportive employer. So, Nikki, syempre tinatanong namin yung preparations mo as you cross over from your field to the field of pageantry naman. How's your preparations? Interested kami sa Q&A, pasarela, how about your gowns? Ano ba to? Are you getting your gowns abroad? Paano ba?
Well, I am blessed again with the people who really help me and are very much willing to spend their time and effort to assist me with everything. In fact, almost everyone helping me right now are doing it for the labor of love. My road manager is here. I got one. When I was in Singapore, I got one road manager as well. And then they're all my friends. I am an independent candidate. I applied by myself. So I did everything by myself and the team as well. The team is composed of just my friends whom I consider my family. And I am grateful for everyone, especially here in Negros Occidental. When I came here and they knew that I'm already here, they're very much willing to show their support. So I've been focusing so much about the pasarela or the runway. I've been practicing, and I never thought it's going to be that hard and challenging, but it's something that I like because I'm really pushing myself to what I can do. And Q&A, of course, I love more spontaneous speaking, so I'm quite comfortable to just be conversational. And there, I'm just grateful for everyone who's helping me. And this journey has always been my journey with them. It's our journey. I always tell them it's not just mine.
Ang sarap sa feeling no, no partner? Yung alam mong
Super.
marami kang supporters and people are behind you. Kaya talagang mas nakaka-boost ng confidence yun, di ba partner? On to you.
Totoo. Totoo. And Nikki, there are two questions that just pop on my head. Because you did say that life in Singapore, we all know is very, how would we describe that? Very it's a non-stop working life in Singapore. So to the point that they're very strict about their time. Sana all, alam naman natin yan, partner, where I'm coming from. Sana all about time. But I want to know kasi one of the things I want to ask from you is, one of the components of this competition is online, and I want to know from you if were you comfortable sharing about yourself online on social media, because we've interviewed a couple of your Miss Universe Philippines sisters, and the Miss Universe Philippines sisters, and they admitted that they were not really keen on sharing. They were not social media savvy, but here they are being forced to introduce themselves online and this is your gateway to being known to the fans. How are you with social media?
One thing that I'm blessed up with is that I'm very open to social media. I've been using my platform in Instagram, Facebook way back. And I'm a person who just loves positivity, optimism so much that I try to spread it to others. So I love sharing facts about me, telling people and motivating people and how you can do better and how you can inspire others as well. Because me, it doesn't have, you don't need a pageant to encourage others. But of course, being in a pageant, it is another platform wherein you can amplify your voice and amplify what you want to say to the people. It's like giving you a pathway to share more of what you love. So me, I am really comfortable with about social media because that's how you connect to people, especially now that it's pandemic. It's really a great tool to connect because we all feel that a bit isolated, to be honest, because we are limited with face-to-face contacts and all that. But social media is really a good way to connect with other people and to just relay the message that you want to relay to it.
Yeah. And there's another nice one. Well, you shared this on your on your online on your video that you actually love music and you love no less than BTS. So I like to know, you know, you know, K-pop is so in, and I just want to know because it's been quite some time since I've really been back in Singapore. So how is the K-pop scene in Singapore before you came back here to try Miss Universe Philippines?
Right. It was a bit crazy because I only loved BTS this year as well, like about March, yeah, something around that. It was during Grammys award, and when they did not win the what's that with song Dynamite, because I really love the Dynamite song. It's like a beat of pop, and at the same time, it's just very positive and boosts my mood up, which is the same for my friends. So in Singapore, it's especially when the BTS meal was out, it was a bit crazy. But then because of pandemic, believe it or not, we're all like, oh no, they postponed the BTS meal launching in Singapore because it was supposed to launch earlier than the rest of the countries. But because of the pandemic and because Singapore is very disciplined, they want safety first. So there has a time that it has to be postponed.
Oh, marami
Same
na talaga
on.
sumasali sa army, no, partner? Pero ako
Super.
forever popstar ako. Popstar!
Okay. The
Oh, I
Popster. Oh,
love
yeah.
that.
Lahat naman tayo may kanya-kanya tayong mga love for music in a different way. Now, we have gotten to know Nikki quite a bit, pero hindi pa po kami tapos dito sa getting to know you portion. Now, we will go to the segment wherein we will know more about our candidates through the eyes of their photos, and I will turn back to my well, not turn back. I will rather pass this to my partner who has been doing the segment for a long time.
Ayun na nga. And syempre, sabi mo nga partner, hindi pa tapos ang ating pag-uusyoso sa ating guest for today. And Nikki, what we did in the last few days was to check up on your Instagram account ng konti. And we will be flashing a couple of photos that maybe you can share some fun bits or behind the scenes of those photos. And as mentioned, this is the photo rate segment na inihanda natin para sa ating mga ka-crown and para sa iyong mga fans. Alright, Direct, let's flash the first photo for today, please. Wow,
Oh,
ang ganda. Ang ganda ng colors. Unicorn Cafe. Can you tell us more about this photo, Nikki?
I love this memory because this is during my birthday in Thailand. Me and my friend Pam, Pamela is a Singaporean friend of mine. She's really a good friend. And it was 2018, if I'm right. Then I told her that, okay, ever since that I went here in Singapore, I always wanted to go out of the country if it's my birthday. I always love traveling. So if it's my birthday, I just want to feel a breath of fresh air, go somewhere. And this time we went to Thailand. And I'm someone who really loves pastel colors. So when I saw the Unicorn Cafe, I was like, I love unicorns as well. So let's go for it. And I celebrated my birthday there together with my friend.
Ang ganda, ang cute. Nakita
Yeah.
ko nga yung IG mo, puro halos ang colorful. Mahilig yata tayo sa unicorns. Ang ganda, no?
Thank
Sige, those
you.
are so fun memories. All right, thank you. Let's move
Yeah.
on to the next photo, please. Ayan. Habang niloload, kasi Nikki, for the next set of photos, since ang theme ng Miss Universe Philippines is inspire you, so we wanted to know more about the captions and your thoughts or even the emotions when you posted these photos. So, um, do we have the photo na? Ayan. So let me just read quickly yung pa-caption mo dito. So, ayan. Right. So it says here, the internet age encourages choice and comparison, but don't do this to yourself. You are you. Ayan. Accept your own reality. Trust your own pace. Ayan. Can you tell us more about this post and especially the probably what were your thoughts when you posted with this caption?
This is a great memory as well. I was with my Singaporean friend again, Yasmin, and she's the one who took this photo. And so when we went to this cafe, well, there are a lot of girls around, and I am someone who really appreciates beauty in everyone. So I love looking around and just to say, oh, she's so pretty. Oh, I love her eyes. I am someone like that. I have a lot of girl crushes. So but of course, sometimes human as we are, we tend to think that, oh, I wish I could be like her, or I wish I have this kind of eyes, something like that. And it's normal. It's definitely okay. But I do, when I remind myself that I should not compare myself to others, I want to be a reminder to someone as well that we don't have to compare. And we are beautiful in our own way, and you are perfect as you are. And that I think those are the exact thoughts that I have in my mind when I saw my photo and I was like, oh, girl, you're gorgeous. Then I was like, there's no need to compare at all because being beautiful is not just about something that you can see superficially, but also you should have like a beautiful mind and soul, and you're good.
Totoo yan. Kasi di ba partner nga, sometimes we tend to check if the grass is greener on the other side. And well, that's okay, sabi nga ni Nikki. But we have to remember that we have all that it takes to make us beautiful din naman in our own
Yes.
way. Sige. Thank you so much. Ang ganda ng pa-flowers. Sige. Let's
Thank
move on to
you.
our third photo for today. Yan. Wow, another unicorn-inspired post, no? And ang ganda din ng caption, when women root for each other, magic happens. Can you tell us more about this, Nikki?
Yeah, sure. All of my captions, actually, most of it are really from the heart. So, again, this is my friend Pammy. She's also a creative like me. So, sometimes we just text each other that let's meet up and then just go somewhere and shoot something that out of the blue. So, this is one of those that we just met, took photos. And while I was editing the photo, I was thinking, this is actually a very good photo. Like it just shows who we are behind the scenes and who we are behind the camera. We're just playing, laughing at each other, talking about something. And I think it's a magical moment when girls actually just, love the sisterhood and something that I would like to tell to everyone that as long as we're supportive and women support each other, great things could really happen.
Ayan, oo, no, ang magical ng photo na ito. Siguro interested lang ako, Nikki, if you are going to be a fairy godmother of a 16-year-old girl, no, what wish would you grant her? Siguro. Normally kasi yung mga teens natin ngayon, ang dami nilang gusto sa buhay, di ba? Which is normal naman yon. Pero one thing top of mind that you can probably grant a 16-year-old girl's wish if you are the fairy godmother.
Wow, that is such a good question. If I'll be a fairy godmother, well, I would like to grant her wish, maybe a wish of knowing her purpose in life. Because I think it's such a gift to know what your purpose is and why you're here for. Once you know your purpose in life, then you know how to go along the way and how to live your life according to your purpose. And I think that is such a great gift to know because many, even though you're not teen anymore, sometimes we struggle knowing what really our path is. But if that's given to you as a gift, You're so blessed.
Ang ganda. Mga ka-crown, hindi pa po ito ang difficult question round, pero kita naman natin, di ba? Na palaban talaga si Nikki. Thank you,
Thank
Nikki,
you.
ha? I'm sure you have inspired our viewers through your posts. And sabi nga natin, di ba,
Salamat.
partner, it's always important then na we be responsible with what we post online because it reflects how we view life, and it can actually influence someone else's perspective in one way or another, di ba? All right, so back to you, partner.
Totoo. Actually, one of the takeaways ko lang sa usapan ninyong dalawa, the last one, is that about purpose in life. I think even as young as a 2-year-old has been asking that question. I just remembered, I don't know where this came from, but according to my sister-in-law, Nikki, that apparently my nephew just asked out of nowhere, maybe he read it, what is the purpose of life? For a
Oh,
2-year-old
wow.
kid to ask you that, parang, okay. And
Sa kinukuha ng mga bata ngayon, ng mga
diba,
Wow.
if you, I don't know where he read it. He might probably have blurted out of nowhere, but surprise, surprise, young, ki- teenagers or even kids as young as 2 might out of nowhere utter those words. So we don't know
Amazing.
if if we're given a if you're given a chance, why not to know what's the purpose and what the future awaits now. All right, as I said, we have gotten to know now Nikki more with the segment, and it's time for the proper Q&A. Pero bago muna kami magseryosohan dito sa Q&A, we decided to give Nikki some sense of humor in terms of asking questions. Now, this segment that we have introduced for the past few weeks has been testing a lot of our guests in the show, and ang dami rin naman sa kanilang game, but this time we'll see how Nikki can answer these funny questions, and we're talking about witty wit now. For those who have been watching the show, you would know that this is actually patterned after the Miss Q&A portion of It's Showtime, wherein they ask with witty questions and see gaano kagaling ang mga kandidata in answering those funny questions. So, direct, pasok ang unang tanong. Nikki, kung may swimsuit at evening gown sa mga pageants, bakit walang pambahay wear?
This
nakakaloka.
is this is such a good. I just want to commend everyone behind the Crown PH because this is such a good segment, really. This is something that, just breaks the ice and something new. I've done interviews before, but I was never asked questions like this. So good job to everyone. Kung may swimsuit at evening gown sa mga pageants, ba't walang pambahay? I believe because lagi na tayong nakapambahay sa bahay. And it's rare to do like evening gown unless kung parang heart evangelista ka na, pwede kang mag-gown bibili ng corned beef.
Totoo nga naman yan, partner. Ako kasi hindi pa ako ready ipakita yung mga very convenient butas-butas na pambahay. Di ba yun ang pinaka-comfortable minsan?
Oh,
Nako, sige.
Sleeping bag.
and diba, I mean, come on, the fact that we're wearing at least a nice shirt or a nice blouse or nakapolo, nakakwelyo while we're doing this, I think we know, kailangan pa rin naman ng konting formalan kahit papaano. Kahit
Yes.
ganito. May punto nga naman. Thank you. All right, your second Miss Witty Wit question is here. Direct. Okay. Nikki, kung gagawa ng titulo ang talambuhay mo, ano ang magiging pamagat nito? Channeling o Kumelavu?
I love channeling. Pamagat ng pamuhay mo. I love channeling. I always say like Chaverlu, channeling.
Correct. Kahit ano pa man yan, partner, unique ang ating mga talambuhay, di ba? Very
True.
interesting in our own ways.
Diyos ko. Ano ka, ikaw partner, pag nabigyan ka ng tsansa, meron ka na bang medyo malapit-lapit na pamagat
Ano ba
sa
yan?
talambuan?
Siguro waka-waka, yung mga ganyan. O kumbaga parang action kung action, go! Todo na to.
Parang
Waka-waka,
wow, ano to? Shakira, is that you? Okay. Just Shakira, is that you? Parang biglang bumalik ako sa World Cup out of
O, di
nowhere.
ba? Ang saya ng talambuhay ko.
Oh,
Go.
di ba? Thank you, Nikki, for this warm up. All right, now let's
Sure
go
po.
to the serious questions. Okay, Direct, ang unang tanong po, ang easy category ay, Nikki, when is it okay to share about yourself and when is it not okay to share about yourself?
Since I have been on social media, as I mentioned earlier, I do digital something in Instagram. So I've been in this platform, and something that I would like to educate people as well. That it is all right to share something about yourself, definitely, because it's your profile, it is your account, and nothing's wrong with that. You're free anytime. It is okay anytime that you feel like it, just share it as long as you're not trying to pull others down. I think it is not okay to share something that is super negative in a way that it already destroys you. Because sometimes these are some things that people are not aware of. That, let's say, especially when you rant, because sometimes agree, whether you agree or not, but in reality, people are using Facebook as like a diary. And even if they're having a bad day or negative things, they will post it. Well, it's being transparent to some, and it's okay if you view it that way. But to other people, it may cause negativity. And this is the reason why some people may actually unfriend you. So let's choose the things that we're going to display in social media. It is all right to show positivity. I think this boils down to the fact and how we find our responsibility is. Like, what are you responsible of when you're in social media? So for me, just talking about what's personal, I use social media to empower people, to inspire people that they can do more. And just like me, how I conquered everything that I've been through, and where I am in life right now, it's all because I stayed strong. And that is the same energy and vibe that I'd like to share to other people. Now, I don't share ranting because it's something so personal that, yeah, as what I said earlier, it's negativity that is not so good to be posted in social media. You'll be drawing a lot of attention, not just that, but you may expose other people as well. And as long as you're going to pull others down, then that's not something good to be put it out there.
Correct. And siguro partner, importante din, no, na after sharing about yourself, we listen to other people's stories as well. Kumbaga, after mo mag-share, parang palitan naman, di ba? Hindi lang tayo yung share ng share, di ba?
That is true. That's true.
So, ayun, because we have to, know when hanggang saan. We learn this along the way, when to share and when not to share too much information about ourselves. Kasi sometimes people accuse you of being narcissistic, but syempre may mga ganun talagang tao who are an open book. I mean, look at this way. I mean, you girls as candidates, you can you're supposed to be sharing about yourselves to us, the people, the us in the media, to your fans, but we also have to respect your space. So, yun po, let's draw the line about, parang there's a point na din kasi that sometimes we might be already being too much parang being too friendly with the girls kasi we have to still know our boundaries. Know your boundaries lang po. All right,
That's
let's go now to the difficult question. Partner, I'll let you ask this question.
All right, the
Partner?
next question, Nikki, is Filipinos are always known to be resilient people. But do you think that we glorify resiliency too much?
As Filipinos, we're really known to be resilient people. This is like our trademark. And I don't think that we are glorifying it too much because this is something that just goes out naturally to each individual. Like me personally, I said I love just being optimistic. It's not something that I impose to myself, but it's something that's just with me ever since. And it doesn't mean that my life is perfect because it's not, but it's just a matter of mindset that you have in you. Like you face challenges and grabbing the facts that you can get through it and just knowing what's the next step, how to move forward. I think it's a Filipino trademark and we are not glorifying it too much. It's just that who we are.
True. Magandang trait talaga yan kasi partner. And siguro maganda din if we have foresight, no, of at least to prevent damage rather than just going with the flow all the time. But again, resiliency is really something that we are very known about, especially when dealing with calamities o kaya ano man yung mga issues or events in our lives. Partner.
All right, thank you for that. No, and now we come to the Miss Universe question. This has actually been asked way back in 1995. Direct question from the Miss Universe 1995 edition. If you had the power to do anything you wish to improve the status of women in your country, what would you do?
A good question. Right now, it's 2021, and I believe that women have done their part in the past, and they've done a lot of work in order for us to attain this status in the community wherein we are being heard already, and wherein we're offered the equal opportunity, same as men, and we don't feel that we are being neglected by the society. And we owe it all to the women in the past. So right now, if I'd have the power, I won't do any changes because I believe that women now are empowered and we know what we can do. We know our capabilities, and we all could empower one another for a brighter future.
There, women empowering women. Yun ang message
That's right.
natin dyan.
Yan, totoo. And I think it was already said earlier about, supporting each other nga, ika nga, no? I mean, we shouldn't let women, we shouldn't put each other down kasi sometimes, aminin ba natin, ito o hindi, kapwa babae, kapwa lalaki, ang palaging nagpo-pull down sa atin. It happens. So, that's remove the crab mentality, the so-called crab mentality from our culture. I think we should be supporting each other. All right. As much as we want to keep Nikki with us, we have one last question to ask her. And we've been asking this question to all of our candidates who have appeared in this show. Nikki, why should you be the next Miss Universe Philippines?
I believe I should be the next Miss Universe Philippines because I'm fully aware and supportive of what the platform is for and what the organization's purpose is. I am someone who fully understands their goal and is willing to to get there and give my all to the organization itself. I know my capabilities and I am someone who has a message, and I would love to inspire others as well and how they can be the best version of themselves. And maybe my inputs could be something that we could pass on to this generation and the generations to come.
And with that wraps up the conversations partner.
Thank you so
Yeah, so there you
much.
have it. Thank you, Nikki Ha, for letting us know about you and inspiring us through your stories. And syempre, before we let you go, we will give the floor back to you kung meron kang gustong pasalamatan or i-promote, especially your social media accounts, and how can they vote for you?
Yes, thank you so much for inviting me first out of the Ground Philippines and also Sir Christian and Miss, sorry, I forgot the name. Um, Nawala yung
Alexa.
names.
Yeah, Alexa.
Mr. Again. I'd like to thank the Crown Philippines, Sir Christian, Miss Alexa. Thank you so much for this opportunity that you've given me to, be interviewed here as well. And I'd like to thank my team, who's very supportive of me from US, Singapore, and here in the Philippines. I'm not gonna name you all because there's a lot of people behind, but I always tag you guys on Facebook. And to those supporting me in with the voting and all that, please continue to vote. Download the Miss Universe Philippines app and look for me. If you'll be giving me the chance and you'll just believe in me, I'll do the best that I could for us to be on that stage. And right now, I'm practicing and doing everything that I could to be there and represent our beloved province of Negros Occidental. So maraming salamat to everyone and to everyone supporting the Crown Philippines.
There you have it, mga ka-crown. Thank you again to our 345,000 followers on Facebook and for making us
Wow.
45,000 strong on Instagram. And sa mga hindi pa po nakakapag-subscribe sa ating YouTube channel, just click on the subscribe button and hit the notification bell para ma-update kayo sa ating latest videos and contents. Partner.
Yes, and please don't forget to log on to www.thecrown.com. We have already posted selected profiles of the Miss Universe Philippines candidates. We call it the 7 questions, wherein we ask our candidates who they are and why they joined the competition, and of course what they expect from what lessons they're actually going to be bringing home in this competition. And yun na nga, please don't forget to download the Miss Universe Philippines app. Nandoon po lahat ng details wherein how you know how to vote. um you that one vote will make you sure, well, not make you sure, it will push your favorite candidate to the top 30, and we will know that, partner, malapit na. So we wish all the girls good luck, because the competition will really start very, very soon. And without further ado, good night, and we will see you all again in the next Crown Conversation.
Thanks, Nikki. Thanks, mga
Thank you so
ka-crown. Have a
much.
good week. Bye.
Thank you.